all the time. Hello, we are live. Lisa and Eric Pizik here.
Good morning if
It's
you're
Monday
tuning in on
morning.
the morning.
Morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. We're kicking off this Monday talking about automation, why you need it, why it's important, why you got to stop fearing it, and why you should use it to make your life more efficient and effective and your business more efficient and effective. So what exactly is automation? Well, automation is essentially using systems, processes, technology. How else can we describe what automation is?
That's enough.
Yeah, instead of you manually having to do everything yourself or hire team members and pay them to do a million things, you allow technology to do the work that it's meant to do. Now, if you're like me and you hit computer keys harder when things don't work, I understand why you're probably like, oh my God, technology scares me. It's too complicated. So let's dive in. That's one of the fears.
Yes.
Let's dive in. Why are you not using automation, or why are you fearing automation? I think number one, well, for me, is that people think it's not personal. They're like, I want to talk to a person, or if it's you in your business, I want people to talk to me. How many times have we heard people say, if I can get somebody on a call,
Yeah,
they'll become a client? Or if I can just get in front of somebody, if I can just keep getting in front of people, they'll become clients. But what you don't realize is there's a cap on that. There's only so many hours a day that you can get on calls and talk to people.
Yeah.
There's only so many hours in a day when you can travel and speak on stages. And if that's your business, amazing. But you also have to think about the long-term growth and scalability of that. You working harder and more isn't a great strategy. You are not a strategy. Your systems and your processes are a strategy. So how do we overcome that? When you use video appropriately, when you have great copy, it feels like a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
From when they land on your landing, let's say you're going to sell something. When they land on your landing page and you have great copy, you have a beautiful opt-in video, you get to the sales page, maybe there's another video on there. You get to the thank you page, there's another video on there. That's what we like to do when we build it for people. And there's specific scripts and things that I have people say in their own words that make it seem like a conversational call that you would have with a prospective client, right? You can put video in email. You can use video on social media. You can use your podcast. Even this way, people say to us, I feel like I really know you and I know your family and I know all. It's kind of creepy. People you don't know come up to you and start
6 months
talking to you
later,
all about your life, and they know so
watch
much
your
about
lives.
you, and they're like, I watch your lives, I listen to your podcast, I'm on your email list. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. So that fear of it's not going to feel, look, and sound like me, when you use video appropriately in your automations, it feels like you're on the phone or face to face and having that conversation. Now, number two, which is kind of your domain, technology is confusing. I hate it. I'm like, I don't know how many times you're in the middle of something and I'm like, babe,
why isn't this working?
I don't know what to do about this thing.
I'm trying to upload this image and it won't upload.
Or there's like a lot of expletives flying out of my mouth.
Usually.
And you usually come down the stairs and go, what's going on? So tell them about tech. Why do we fear tech and automation? And
well, I think I think it's not really, it's an irrational fear.
No, it's not.
No,
Tech can be scary.
No, it's really because it's boring, really, is what it comes down to. Like, tech to a lot of people is boring. So when something's boring and mundane, do you want to dive into it and understand it and learn it? No. Usually people are like, just hook up the TV, let me press the button. Why do you think smart TVs exist? Exactly this problem.
Do we have a smart TV?
Yes, we do.
We have like 7 controllers, by the way.
Not anymore.
I don't know how anything turns on.
Not anymore. We have one.
Can't even turn on.
Even that, what's on those controllers now? There's a Netflix icon.
I like those buttons.
There's a Prime Video icon. There's an Apple TV button now, right? Because they realize people, if they're not like that moving forward, as consumers, we're just going to be like, no, I don't want to buy that TV. Why? Well, because it doesn't have the Apple icon on it. It doesn't have the little Netflix button on it.
Very interesting, too, to me, how one day Oliver, our 9-year-old, managed to hook up his iPad to the like TV, and I'm like,
I'm gonna show you this video.
I don't even know how
What?
to turn this thing on, and you like hooked it up. So I think if you've not grown up with technology as well, that can be another like scary layer.
Yeah, for sure. But and so
Boring,
yeah,
scary.
but the on the flip side of it, the advantage is let's go back to the TV analogy. You used to have to hook up the box, and then the box used to have to be turned on with a separate remote. That then you would have to then let it open up and let it log in, open up the app, and then go to Netflix. And then we didn't really know it at the time, but like people wouldn't realize that that was also how quick or how slow your internet was. It's like some people would open up Netflix and it would just go, it would just start, right? Other people would open up Netflix and it would take 5 minutes.
Babe, we gotta talk about business, not Netflix.
Oh, yeah, but you get the premise. So the premise is now apply that to business and let's say email. So it's no different with email. We used to have to turn on our computers, open up an email, craft an email response, and then send it to every individual person, right?
Yes.
Okay. So now we have email automation.
Yes.
And we have email automation triggers. So this is where the boring part comes in because people are going, I don't want to hear it, usually.
Well, let me stop you there before you just go on for another like 5 minutes. It's very good content, babe, but we want to keep these succinct. If you're sitting there going, this is boring, I am afraid, I don't want to take the time to learn this.
Yeah.
The good news is you don't have to.
No.
That's why you have marketing experts, technology experts, coders, funnel builders. Like that's what's on our team. That's where you started before you stepped into the strategy side, and you oversee that on our team. I always say you can spend one of two things: time or money. Time means you're going to dive in to learn all about the systems and processes and how to set it up and how to link it and how to do it and how to make it work for you. Or money is you're like, dear God, Jesus, take the wheel.
Yeah,
That's me. That's me. I'm like, I don't care what links to where and what and when and how. I just care that it all works. And thank you, God, for you doing your job and knowing how to do that. And they stay current. It's like any profession that you're in, whether it's doctor, dentist, lawyer, coach. Technology and automation is a whole arm of business, and there are people like our team who stay current and relevant and aware of what's going on. So you just let them do it. And if you're not ready for that yet, set aside a little pool in your budget, and that's going to be one of the first people that you hire in your business. If you are a creator, if you are an entrepreneur, if you are a CEO, if you are a speaker, if you are a coach, if your business makes money and stays profitable when you are working face to face with people, then you should not be behind the computer worrying about the tech. So I think that's it. Doesn't feel like me. The tech is scary. I think those are probably the two biggest reasons why people don't like automation. It doesn't feel personal, which we addressed, and it kind of feels scary. Oh,
Siri says what?
I'm sorry. Oh, it said he's scary, and Siri said I'm sorry. So, what are the three things? So people then go, okay, what should I automate? What shouldn't I automate? How deep down this rabbit hole of automation should I go in my business? I think there's three main things that should be automated.
Yeah. What's the third?
First, what? No.
So these are the three.
Oh, should I go with number 3 first?
Sure. Let's go backwards.
Let's go backwards. Okay. Ooh, this is going to make my brain jump. Backwards is email. You talked about it.
Yeah.
Have your content calendar planned out of what emails you're sending. Have those emails crafted and have those dripped out and set to go. And it's not just your sales emails and your launch emails and your offer emails. It's your educational nurture emails. It is your emails when someone buys something. It's your emails when someone opts into something. I don't think we realize in the online space how much nurture and relationship building does need to happen. You think about any kind of relationship. Essentially, that's what business is. It's getting in a relationship with someone. You think about how much time it takes to build that trust from Do I even want to go on a date with you? Do I want to go on a second date with you?
Yeah.
Do I want to get serious with you? Do I want to get engaged to you? Do I want to marry you? And then do I want to stay married to you?
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of conversation and trust building that needs to happen in any kind of relationship, and business is no different. So you should not be randomly sending out emails when the moment hits you. Those are things that you want automated.
Yeah.
Okay, working backwards. Social media.
Yeah.
You talk about that one.
Social media. It's not so much automated as much as it is planning. I think it's more planning.
Well, automated too. I think so. Like,
you mean like Publer?
Like using Publer.
Yeah, so that's what I mean by planning. So like
Yeah.
you plan the content, you build it like a calendar. So you say like, okay, what's Monday's post going to be? You build out the whole month, and then you put that into an automation system or a platform. So we use, it's called Publer, but there's lots of them. You know, you might have heard Hootsuite.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like
Yeah.
there's lots, and that's the automation tool that's going to take that post and push it live on that date and time, so that you could take one day a month and you say, I'm going to plan this all out, and it's all planned for the next month, and you go, whew, social media done.
Yeah.
And then of course, like we will interject and be like, oh, last night we had a fire in our backyard. It was beautiful snow, and we made hot dogs with Oliver, and he was in heaven. Like, we made a post about that. Like that, we didn't put that in Publer and plan it. It was just spontaneous. Okay,
yep.
This is what we did, and it kind of adds that moment of realism into our posts.
Which is the best way to do social.
Yeah.
Right? That on the cuff, like when you're in the moment doing videos, but then also having those posts planned out and set out, like you said. And again, you shouldn't be doing that. Now, when you start out, of course, you do everything.
Yeah.
But when you're in a position that you can hire a team or you can hire people, social media is something you should absolutely be delegating.
Well, back to like I said about that.
That's what we do.
Yeah, like
part of what we do.
The average business owner who's doing it themselves would spend at least a day, at least 8 hours, 8 to 12 hours a month doing it themselves. Well, how much is that time worth to you? You figure that out. Even if it's $100 an hour, well, that's $800 to $1,000 worth of money you can pay someone else to do it, minimum.
And why social media? Why do I have to be on social media? Do I really have to check out every single day? I don't want to. Yes, because in this technological age, the first thing I do when someone says, you should hire so-and-so, or have you heard of so-and-so's book, or you should check out so-and-so, or have you been in, this person said this person's mastermind was amazing. The very first thing I do is go and Google them.
Googs.
And what comes up? Their socials, their website.
Check out their gram.
Like I'm going and looking at their values, their integrity, their posts.
You can find you know that person before you even talk to them.
So, do you have to kill yourself and post every single day? No, but what's relevant to have, on your grid and your timeline. Yeah. So social is the second. The last is your sales process and your funnel. Or the first. Yeah, that's right. You made me go in reverse. He made me go 3, 2, 1 instead of 1, 2, 3. Like, what mad? Monday is hard enough, and now he's making me teach in reverse.
Yeah.
Why not?
Exactly.
Okay, so we said emails, we said social, and then the first one is your sales process, your funnels. Yes, you need a funnel. Why? Because if you're not using it, you're leaving so much money and impact and people and opportunity on the table, because a funnel can reach more people. If you're like us and your business can be anywhere in the world, time zones, that's another thing that makes my brain hurt. Like anyone, sometimes it's 3 a.m. for someone, or it's 8 a.m., or it's 2 p.m., or it's whatever time. Someone can go on. Remember, we talked about it's not personal if I automate it. If you use video right, if you have your social media on point, that buying decision becomes easy. An easy yes or an easy no. No, they are not for me. I don't like them. Or yes, this is for me. This is exactly what I want. When you have that automated, it takes away from you having to, hey, can we hop on a call? Hey, can we?
Yeah.
If you're getting a lot of those questions of people saying, hey, can we hop on a call? Hey, can I ask you a few questions? Hey, can we talk about this? Now, for some, if it's a high ticket, that's a different story. High ticket usually, like over 5K, requires a conversation.
Usually.
But under that, and you should still have for anything above, if you have great videos in place, it answers all those questions for them. If you have an FAQ section, it answers all those questions for them, that they can make that buying decision right then and there without you ever having to talk to them.
Yeah.
And you're talking to them on video, you're welcoming them on video. And then if you're in person or they bought a coaching program or something with you, then yeah, they're already in, they're excited. And that first point of contact physically with them, whether it's Zoom or in person, is so exciting because it's not the first time they've ever seen your face or talked to you.
Yeah.
You already have that foundation set, which is really cool. So yeah, I just wanted to, this whole thing about automation, I just see a lot of people working really hard when they don't, really hard on the wrong things.
Yeah.
Because when all of your email, your social, your funnels are automated and working well, I mean, that's a cool life. You can spend more time with family.
Yeah.
You can spend more time on your health. I mean, we should be doing that anyway, but I'm just saying, you know, time is our most precious currency. And when you have those things dialed in, you can go on vacation. I mean, that's one thing for us, for my show. People are like, how the hell are you going to go to Scotland for a month and perform your show? Well, we have all these things dialed in.
Yep.
We have a team. It's not just you and I doing all the work. We hire, I'm telling you to hire people. When you hire us, you get us on our team. We have people. We're not doing all the work. We put the right people in the right places.
Yeah.
And that's how I'm able to take a month off to go to Scotland to do my solo show. So automation is not scary. It can be personal. You just need to ask for help. And that's what we're here for.
Yay.
Yay.
And if you have anything that outside of what we talked about that could help other people with automation, comment below and tell us, and let us know if you found some cool automation tool or software or something we should check out.
Or how you feel about it. If you haven't used it, why?
Yeah.
Because you don't think it's personal, because you're afraid of it, because you don't have money to hire, because you don't think people are going to follow through and do what they say they're going to do. Like, we would love to know what's kicking around in your brain around automation.
Okay.
All right. Happy Monday. Make it an
Bye.
awesome day. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.